Hello everybody, Laguna here, and welcome to the first of a chain of videos dealing with Final Fantasy Origins. I forget the name of the guy I got this from on eBay, but there's this guy who had a bunch of PS2 Slims. I'm just going to start the button while I'm talking here. A bunch of PlayStation 2 Slims. And, oh, that sound. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, man. Brings me back to like the older times when I was younger and curled up on Christmas vacation playing Final Fantasy VII. Yes, Final Fantasy VII, the original one. Although I didn't really like 7, I just kind of wanted to get everything I could. But anyway, that's more for that later. So, Final Fantasy. We'll start this while I'm talking here, but I figured it's a good idea because when I first started this channel, I did a Final Fantasy VIII playthrough, and I kind of wanted to have a series on it. Final Fantasy VIII didn't get a copyright strike; I couldn't monetize it, so I'm okay with that. So it's one of those things that I've just, since my PS3 crapped out, I was like, man, I want to play some PS1 games. Picked up a PS2 Slim, picked up some memory cards, and now I want to go through every Final Fantasy game. Now that I have the means and the opportunity, why not? So this will be a pretty long project. It's probably going to be like half hour per video, hopefully. But I don't remember this character being in the game, so... Now this disc, though, I've actually had this since launch in 2003. Which is... it's fine, but where does this guy even come from? Who is this guy? Maybe I'll know if I played Dissidia. Great. Now I'm going to play Dissidia. But this video, by the way, it looks really grainy on a projection TV. I highly advise against projection TVs. But apparently this video is only part of Origins. It wasn't on the original NES. Well, I assume it was on the original NES, considering the 8-bit graphics that were on there. For some reason, I thought the flame would come up against the screen, and the screen would go white, and then the background would show up with the menu. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. But a pretty short little introduction to the game. It provides no indication for the gameplay itself. Now, the original NES game has the normal mode. I am one of those people that... I'm going to turn my chair so you can't see the reflection on the thing. I'm one of those people that... There's a reason I'm going to go in and I'm going to play on easy mode first. First one is more so just for ease. Second one is the way the unlockables work in this game. Now, your character party. Not sure if any of you have actually played this game. Let's go with the White Mage. I always thought like if I was a girl, I'd give myself the name Luna or Claire. Just one of those two names just seems like really mystical sounding names. I'm going to turn the volume down on my computer here because all I can hear is it dinging in the headphones that are there. Now, normally when I play this game, if you guys want a really easy mode, 2 warriors, Black Mage, White Mage, or Warrior Monk, Black Mage, White Mage. I'm going to do something different this time. I am going to keep the Thief on there, but instead of the Black Mage, I'm going to try the Red Mage. Actually, I'm going to swap these two around. There's a reason for that as well. And I feel like if I was a mage of some sort, I would be like a Red Mage dabbling in a little bit of everything, or a Blue Mage learning enemy abilities like in Final Fantasy XIV. So... take from that what you will. So, Laguna and Luna. I got my male and my female counterparts here. Thief, we're going to stick with Locke, just because it's a Final Fantasy VI reference that hopefully everybody gets if they played it. So, Locke. And for your main damage dealer, you always want to have at least one warrior in your party. Or at least, if you're not using one warrior, have 3 physical damage dealers instead of 2. So, yeah, theoretically, I could use a monk right now and I'd be perfectly fine, because I have the Red Mage and the Thief. But I'm going to stick with the Warrior, because that's what I know best. And we're We're gonna give him a ridiculous name, like, Mervyn. Mervyn. Just to make that Robin Hood Men in Tights reference there. The Sheriff of Rottingham, and it's like, do you, Sheriff of Rottingham? And it's like... But it's actually like, do you, Mervyn? It's like, really, Mervyn? Mervyn. So yeah, Cornelia is the town that you start off at. In, not at. And before we kind of get into anything, we're going to not go to the inn. We're going to gear up our characters just a little bit. Now, the thing about this game, I always like to have one of every item. That's just me. Knife. All three characters can use the rapier. Interesting. And I think I need the staff as well. The music, by the way, in this game was kind of revamped. It was really tinny and just terrible in the NES version. For obvious reasons. So 2 can use the chainmail. I'm gonna gear up. Mervyn. Rapier. Chainmail. You, rapier and chainmail. You, rapier and leather armor. And you, I get more damage from the hammer. And a shirt. I wouldn't consider a shirt a piece of armor, just saying. I know this is like a 1987 game remade for PS1, but shirts are not armor. No matter how many armor pieces in Guild Wars tell you that a bra is more more defensive than leather fucking plate mail. So we are gonna give... I'm one of those people, I need to have that... I need to have it alphabetical. Blink. Cure. Dia 1. Dia used to be called Harm, by the way. Reason for that is because back in the original game, and in this one, Dia was holy damage against undead enemies. Now, there's really not much else we can do in this town. I mean, even here... Hi there, handsome. Wink. I really want to call her Lorelei or something like that. Because there's a Pokemon character, I think, in the Gold, Silver, Crystal series named Lorelei, and she had blue hair and, like, was the swimmer Lorelei. Or Lorelei, or whatever you want to call her. Or Aurelia. That would be a cool name for her. I don't know why I'm trying to name all the characters that aren't my party. So, our king is searching for the Light Warriors. Wait, can you be? Please, go see His Majesty at once. We're gonna crack open an iced tea. Boys and girls, crack it up in a cold one. It's not a beer though, so don't expect too much fun. Travelers, is it true that you are the crystal bearers? Shing! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. The prophecy says, when darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. But, your majesty, we have no proof that these 4 are the true light warriors. Slow dialogue. Surely it is not a coincidence the 4 warriors bearing crystals have appeared now. Brave ones, I need your help. Please, rescue my daughter, Sarah. Garland, once a knight in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. We have learned that he is in the Temple of Chaos, north of Cornelia. We attempted to rescue the princess, but his powers far surpassed ours. Perhaps you wish to cross the Northern Strait. The bridge that once spanned it was lost long ago. If you bring my daughter back safely, I will build a new bridge. I am counting on you. Bless the crystals! It is just as Lucan foretold. Light warriors, I need your help. Garland has abducted my daughter. Please bring her back home. Fun story for you guys, by the way. Our king is searching for the Light Warriors. Yeah, right. Our king is searching for the Light Warriors. All the terribly one-liner dialogue. Oh my god. Sob, I want my sis back. I want your sister back too. Not for any weird reasons, but just for, so I can get across the bridge. Well, we'll cross that bridge when I get there. The queen has shut herself away in her room out of grief. In the original NES version of this game, it said she has locked herself away in her room out of grief, and when you walk up to the door, it's not locked. So the original NES, it might have just been like a mistranslation or something like that, which is pretty normal in games like this. I am Jane, Queen of Cornelia. Please save my daughter, I beg you. Sure. Now the fun story. Oh please don't get the princess. The fun story on this one is, I used to have a cello, and this is the only song that I knew how to play on it. I sold my cello once to go traveling, and that was it. It wasn't a bad idea, I got some life experience, but Garland was once an honorable knight. What could have driven him to such hatred? I don't know, maybe he had a crush on Princess Sarah, and that would explain why he abducted her. I mean, not really, it doesn't explain it as in, like, it's, a normal thing to do, because it's obviously fucking not. But, and this is the big but, it would kind of explain it, because if he was, like, driven by jealousy or rage or something, Our ancestors sealed weapons away here and left the key in the Elven Prince's keeping. He was to guard it until the Light Warriors came. Cool. So the Elf King has the key to open up one of those doors. And you say the same thing as the other guy. And yeah, you need the Mystic Key. Cool. You ever have that time where you talk too much and now they start to yawn? I'm having that right now. So, off on an adventure. Now, there's a reason I ordered my party the way that I did. The warrior takes the least amount of damage. The red mage, he can use the chainmail armor. So, automatically, he is gonna be the second highest defense. The thief can only use like light armor, like shirts, leather armor, not chainmail. Probably like Elven Princess armor or something like that he'd probably wear. After seeing Bart's character in Dissidia on the advertisements. Ugh. Whew, sorry. I might be able to change the battle settings just a little bit. So, I mentioned the collections menu in this version of the game. As you fight enemies, you kind of see that each monster has like a little slot that you can check in the HP, attack, defense, magic, whatever, that's fine. It doesn't have a magic stat, I just realized. Magic doesn't take nothing in this game. But yeah, the gil, every single one drops 6 gil, every single one drops 6 experience, so if I have 4 of them, that's 24 experience, divided among 4 party members, that's where you get the full 6 experience per goblin. It does tend to round down in the game, because I had 5 of these, and I got 28 experience points. So whatever happened to those additional experience points, I don't know. But that was kind of an oversight on their part. They didn't just like assign randomly the other, Why am I yawning today? But the other thing with the art gallery in this game is, as you unlock characters, you start getting this up on your screen. Not up on your screen, but up on your menu, which you can put on your screen. It's kind of almost like comic book flatting. So you can kind of go through the artwork and, like, I imagine some of you are probably going to print screen all the artwork that I look at in this and do some comic flatting of your own. I'd like to see what you do on the color scheme, actually, but I take no responsibility for any copyright strikes that may occur because this is a Square Enix game, not my own game. And yeah, it's because you can see Luna takes the most damage, so I put her in the back row. There is no row system in this game, though, but in the original NES version, the first person would just take the damage as per normal, then it was like 50%, and then 12.5% or something like that. Or it was like 50, 25, 12.5, 12.5. I forget what it actually was, but hooray for the accuracy in this game. or lack thereof. Now, I know that you guys are probably not gonna play this game at this point because it's not as fast-paced as modern games are. Oh my god, Luna, why are you taking so much damage? I think I might need to go back to town, or... Good thing I can use magic. Oop, not Blink. The reason I picked Blink, by the way, is because I would rather have 80 evasion rather than 8 defense. Because if I have my 80 evasion, I can avoid attacks entirely. Perfect. But if I have 8 defense, I'm still taking damage every turn. So that's kind of the big trade-off. God, stop attacking my white mage. Like, actually, they're targeting weirdly, I think is the best way to word it. One level up, and then I'll go back to town. Whoa, there's a level up. So yeah, every time you level up, you gain random stats. So for example, here you have HP 24, Strength, Agility, Luck. She got Strength, Agility, Intelligence, and Luck. It happens like that, but your mages are going to get HP less. So my next level, my white mage and my red mage are probably going to get like... How do they all get the same max... No, not going to question it. Oh, right, status. I want to see how much experience I have. 51, cool. That's actually not too bad. I may as well get some goblin guards and tarantulas while I'm here. What is with the preemptive and... yeah, not getting them, essentially. Now, this might change. I've never played with a thief in my party before. They're pretty agile characters anyway. So I'm thinking maybe I might get a couple more preemptive attacks with the thief in my party. But I heard that when they're turned into ninjas, they get a lot of attacks per turn. So as you can see over the characters there's a one hit or a miss. I know my monk, when I used to play this back in the day, would get like 12 hits, and it would just go like... So who knows? But it's also really weird to me that the goblin guards and stuff aren't appearing. It's just regular old goblins. Gobble gobbles. Or just a regular wolf. Ooh, a crazy horse. This is going to be a fun one. Excellent. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. These things can suck a car door handle. The first time I played this game, like the very first time I played this game, I loaded it up. I know, that's what she said. Turned on the game, didn't realize I could buy equipment. Just started walking up toward those ruins. You'll see the ruins in a moment anyway. And everything was all fine in the world, until I encountered a crazy horse. While I had no gear, and I was doing like 2 or 3 damage to it, because I had no freaking weapons. It was dealing about 30 damage per character, which I didn't have 30 health, because I was level 1. So, you can tell I died pretty quickly. And as luck would have it, I got my game over screen, not realizing that I started with gold, and I was like, oh cool, let's level up. So as luck would have it, somehow I didn't get any random encounters, went to the forest. Second battle was a freaking tarantula, which did a little bit of damage to me as well, or a spider did. And, again, didn't realize I started with gold, didn't realize I could get any spells and equipment. And as luck would have it, I died a second time, and I turned this game off, and I didn't play it for about a year. Then I happened upon a guide that said, hey, by the way, you actually start with like 400 gold, I think it was. Oh, Goblin Guard's nice. And as you can tell, just like with any other RPG game at the time, goblin rendered a different color is a goblin guard. But at least they give a better experience themselves. Yeah, so Mervin just got 28 health, strength, agility, endurance, luck. Red Mage got jack shit. Thief got a bit. And Luna got jack shit. Hooray! I guess intelligence is your magic meter. But at this point, we're going to put Luna and Laguna together. There are spiders in this forest, by the way. Somewhere in this forest, there are spiders. I doubt that I'll come across them. But there are spiders. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. The music is pretty simple, but it's kind of on par with, again, I think Nobu Uematsu did the music for this game as well. Kind of remastered the whole soundtrack and brought it up to par with Final Fantasy IX, because I think around the time Final Fantasy IX came out. Because I think 97 or 98 was Final Fantasy VII. Then, yeah, this would have been about the time 9 came out, yeah. But you can see, like, as you start with your characters, it's all like, oh, you've missed, oh, you've missed. It's like, fuck off. Now, if you are playing with a different party like I am, I know Black Mages, you're going to have the elemental abilities. Thing about this is, if you look at my characters, say Luna, for example, I can't really... Let's go to the Magic tab. So here it says 0 to 6, 0 to 3. Every time you level up, you get, I guess, spell slots is the best way to word it. So now I can cast level 1 magic up to 6 times. Just up to 6 times. And then when I level up, like, the max might increase, but it won't restore the uses that I haven't restored it in. So that's always fun. Now, also, a fun fact about this in the original NES game is... I don't even know if this is an option in this game, but it was called auto-targeting. And... I think it was called auto-targeting? Or auto-rotate target, or something like that. Basically, what it was is, in the original NES version, when you targeted an enemy and you killed them in battle, their square where they were at wouldn't technically disappear until the next turn. So all of your characters, if you target all 4 of them to one monster, and the first character kills said monster, then all of the rest of your characters are going to target that blank space on the screen, and it's going to say ineffective attack, and it's just going to hit dead air, basically. So it's kind of interesting to see how far the game has become. Or the game has come, I should say. How much gil do I have? Also in the original game, this wasn't called gil, it was called G. I don't have the patience for the original one. I'm also going to see if I can change some battles. Text speed is maxed. Fuck me. Customize the game system. Oh, auto-target. Yeah, it's on there. Okay, perfect. So yeah, auto-target. If a targeted foe has been defeated, the next attack will be redirected. Party members attack targeted areas even if enemies there are already defeated. So yeah, so auto-target. That's what it was. Vibration isn't going to do much with the third-party controller, but okay. But see, now that we got the bestiary going on, we've got more goblin guards, we've got some wolfies, we got a crazy horse, and oh look! We haven't even fought skeletons yet, but we have skeletons! So cool, let's just take a little brief second to appreciate this artwork. Yeah. My screen also doesn't really... Like, the screen here does, but my screen here kind of cuts off, like, about a half an inch on the top and bottom. And the sides, for some reason. It's, like, zoomed in. Oh, whoops. So if you're playing this on a PlayStation 3, by the way, the Origins is not bad. Bolt, yes. Fire, yes. Sleep, yes. I would rather have sleep so I can get the whole fucking party gone. But yeah, if you're playing Final Fantasy 1 on the PS3, you should be fine. But Final Fantasy 2, these buildings here, the churches, when you talk to him, he says, "Oh, no need for help, I see. Keep hope..." Or let me try to do like a priest voice. "Keep hope in your hearts and be strong." I don't fucking know. I can't do voices. I want to be able to do voices. I'll work on it. Yeah, rescue the princess. Seems like such a long time has passed since I left the town of Pervoka. Cool. Yeah, the churches in Final Fantasy 2, if you play it on a PS3, it's gonna have some graphical glitches and things like that, which stop the game from functioning. Which is also why I got a PlayStation 2 Slim, instead of trying to use my Lightning PS3. Oh, fuck off. There we go. So I tested out the game the other day, and all I did was kind of run around and level up a little bit, and just wanted to get a feel for it. I am going to be switching back and forth between 2 save slots over the course of the game as well. That's just more of like a heads up on my side of things, so you guys don't get confused by the fact that I'm saving in 2 different slots. Oh! If you double... Wait, also, what are those 4 gnomes? I really don't like gnomes, by the way. Gnomes and mannequins. Just no. Gnomes. I'm an expert on monsters. Let me tell you what I know. Sure, every kind of monster has a weakness of some sort. Learn that weakness and combat will become much easier. For example, water creatures are vulnerable to lightning, so choose spells and weapons accordingly. Cool. Items, sure. Let's see it. Some equipment can be used as items in battle. You'll have to try each piece out to see what effect it has, if any. Sleeping bags, tents, and cottages can only be used outdoors. They restore your HP and save your progress, so use them wisely. Also, it never hurts to keep a good supply of potions and antidotes on hand. You may receive key items along your journey. Their purposes may not always be clear, so try using them in different places. Sure. Oh, sure, I'll hear about equipment too. Equipment can be divided into weapons and armor. You can only equip them on the equipment menu. What? As you may already know, weapons are used to attack enemies. Oh, fuck, I thought I had to throw my boot at them. Damn it, gotta rethink my life. Armor can be divided into 4 groups: body armor, shields, helms, and gloves. Why do I feel like shields should be a weapon? Suits of armor protect most of your body, but can be heavy, which is why obviously your thief and your mages can't really use a lot of heavy armor. Armlets can be a good light alternative. Shields can deflect many a blow in battle. Some are known to possess special abilities. Helms protect the head. I recommend wearing one if your profession allows it, sure. Gloves protect your hands, of course. Wear them when you can. I'm trying to bite my tongue on all the sarcasm on that one. Because I know some of you are new, and it's good to know, like, have an introduction to the genre. I happen to know a lot about magic. Sure, there are 2 types of magic spells, black and white. There's a lot of retconning on that one. There's a lot of blue magic, red magic, green magic, time magic. Final Fantasy 12 really screwed up a lot of people on that one, I think. White magic heals, while black magic is used for attacks. Except for the fact that my white magic Dia attacks. Anyway. Dia, daylight, right, yes. You can learn up to 3 spells per level. If you already have 3 spells and wish to learn another, first drop one by selecting drop. Wait, what? 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 I can drop magic? What? I'm not gonna do it, but oh my god. Okay, so this is actually something I did not know about the game. I have never had to drop magic spells because I've always picked the right spells. Logically thinking about it, like evasion over defense, elemental magic over self-stats, things like that. I actually had no fucking clue that I could drop magic spells. That's good to know. That's actually really freaking good to know. So yeah, there's not a whole lot going on in this right now. I know I just saved my game, but I kind of want to save again just because I went through the tutorial. Just in case it triggers a flag later on down the road, if that makes sense. Sweet dreams are made of these. Lorelei. What other name? I had another one in my head too for a second there. And we'll do this on slot 2. And there we go. So I'm going to pop out for now. It's been fun setting up the party. But it's just, yeah. I just wanted to make sure we had a nice little start. A foundation for the journey, so to speak. Not going to do like a whole lot of grinding on screen or anything like that. I know that that's kind of a boring thing to do. But yeah, next time I go in, I'm going to actually go in, say Princess Sarah, and get that drawbridge fixed. That is my next goal. But on that note, thank you, by the way, for joining me on this journey, and for any journeys to come. I know I said come, haha. Just thank you. Just thank you for staying tuned, I guess is the word. But we're gonna kind of cut this off for now. Start a second video, just so it doesn't tie up like an hour or 2 hours of your data, because I know that can be a little bit daunting. Yeah, there's not too much else to say except for let's get her done. I've also, by the way, never beaten Final Fantasy 2, 3... Well, 3 I've never played because it didn't come over here except for DS, and then I don't have a DS. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Never beaten those. Ever. So, that'll be fun. But yeah. If you guys have any recommendations as well, this is just kind of like a pet project of mine. So if you guys want me to play any other games, I've got a whole bunch of PS1 games on the shelf. I'll find some online as well if I need to get a physical copy of them. More than happy to, as long as it's not a ridiculous expensive game like Tail Concerto or LSD Dream Simulator. Since Dream Simulator goes up to $2,500. But anyway, as always, if you guys have any recommendations, feel free to link me over to a game or something like that. And if it's really funny, I am more likely to play it. If it's horror, I'm more likely to scream like a little girl. But as always, have fun gaming out there. Laguna Matata, and I'll see you in the next video.